What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Rashawn Baldwin, like RB Dubs, back again with another video.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Before we get into the main topic of this video, let's just say, yes, I messed up again. Well, I didn't really mess up, but to give you guys some context, so I did a video last week. I did 3 videos last week. I'll be sure to put some cards up to all those videos in this video, but I did my last video last week. The title of it was Ariana Grande says the N-word on her new album. To say straightforward that, the reaction that was given to this video was the reaction that I was planning on this video getting. And, that was the purpose of the video, was to get that kind of reaction. Let me also just say straightforward out that I realized that Ariana Grande didn't actually say the N-word in that song. It did sound like it. It sounded like it, but looking at the lyrics she did not actually say the N-word. And then if you really listen to it in slow motion, you can literally hear her say, what the lyrics say that she said. So what the story I told about us thinking that it was N-word was true. Me and me and a friend, and then my work study boss, we had heard the song, and at first we thought it was the N-word, but then looking at the lyrics, we saw that it wasn't actually the N-word that she had said. But the reason so I had known what the actual lyrics was, but I still made the video anyway, and the reason for that is because there was an underlying lesson to the video. Now, I tried to explain that to people in the comment section of my last video, and they weren't going for it. And honestly, I can really care less about that, because like I said, or like I'm gonna say, I don't really know these people. And like I said, this is the reaction I was expecting for that video anyway. But what was interesting about that video was me last week was it really opened my eyes to people's thoughts on the use of the N-word. Why the N-word is used, when the N-word is used by someone who isn't white, who isn't black, why that is important. A lot of people have different opinions on it. A lot of people feel people who aren't black can't use the N-word, but you still hear the N-word being used by black people on rap music, or people saying that it's a quote-unquote double standard, that people who aren't people who aren't black can't use the N-word, but then you have black people who use the word cracker or stuff like that. First off, let me say, I don't think people really use the word cracker anymore. And then second, there is no double standard. In a simple, I did a video on this before. People who aren't black can't use the N-word. That's not condoning the use of other, derogatory terms that might be used towards other minority groups. That's not condoning that. I'm specifically focusing on, the use of the N-word. It's like the whole argument with Black Lives Matter. You have the Black Lives Matter movement, but then you have people who say all lives matter. Black Lives Matter isn't necessarily saying that other lives don't matter. Saying that people who aren't black shouldn't be using the N-word isn't saying that, people can use other derogatory terms that are used against other minority groups. That isn't saying that. So there is no, this whole double standard idea doesn't exist. And that was the purpose of this video. The purpose of the video, of last week's video, was to show that, that the use of the N-word by a non-black person is an important topic. It is an important topic to discuss. And then you have the underlying historical background of the N-word, which puts more power on that word in general. You have the idea that people say that, black people using the word is them taking back that word as their own and taking back power, which is also true as well. I never meant to, offend anyone with the video I made last week. I didn't mean to, I never meant to make anyone upset, but the purpose of the video was to get attention. And, a lot of people called it, clickbait or whatever. If you want to call it clickbait, you go ahead and do that. But it was meant to get attention. And you know, I got a lot of people saying, oh, you should take this video down. Oh, you should stop making YouTube videos. Like, I'm not gonna take the video down. I'm not gonna stop making YouTube videos just because I have people comment that they didn't like the video. Like, I'm not gonna do that because I don't know these people. I could care less about, you know, people who are saying negative things about my channel. That was expected when making a YouTube channel. Not everyone's gonna like what you have to say. But I just wanted to put that out there. Like, I know she didn't actually say the N-word, and you know, the purpose of the video was to gain attention and to bring attention to that belief and, you know, that subject of using the N-word in general, and especially using it especially when a non-black person uses it. Be sure to, you know, I got a big thread on Facebook when I posted a video in a Facebook group, and I'll be sure to post some of the comments throughout this video of some of those, you know, comments that were said in the Facebook thread, because it was very interesting what people had to say about that. I also want to discuss in the video is all the talk about all these companies doing all these black faces on their clothing and things like that. So far we have companies Gucci, Prada, and what's the other company? It's Gucci, Prada. There's one more, I'll remember it as I go on and keep talking. But we have these companies who are, you know, doing these blackface things, and this isn't the first time. My first ever YouTube video was about the H&M thing with the coolest monkey in the jungle. That was the first ever video I ever posted on this channel. That's the first thing that started this whole channel. And so this is definitely not the first time. And you know, they say they're gonna learn, they say they're gonna do better next time, but they don't. And what was interesting is Trevor Noah actually made a good point on his show, and he said that every time these companies should do this, that they should pay black people for every time they mess up like this. And I think that is a good solution. Always try to turn it into some type of learning experience, and then they say like, oh, you know, we'll do better next time, and that, you know, we're all about equality and stuff like that, and they try to like write a formal apology letter, and then they go ahead and do the same thing again. So I'm not buying into that narrative, and I'm not buying into these companies' apologies. I think like boycotting the Super Bowl, we should, you know, not wear these companies anymore. Gucci, Prada, Montclair, that was the other company, Montclair. We shouldn't be, you know, wearing these companies' clothing anymore. We shouldn't be, you know, spending money on their clothing anymore. I've seen like, you know, celebrities like Nick Cannon, Soulja Boy, just to name a few, who are, you know, going against these companies now. You know, you got Soulja Boy, he was always wearing the Gucci headband. Now he's not wearing the Gucci headband anymore. Because, you know, he's seen what the company has done. They always pretend like to pretend like they don't know what they're doing and that what they're doing is wrong. And they know that it's wrong, and they know that it's something that they shouldn't do, but they do it anyway because they don't care. I want to know what you guys, I'm trying to keep this video short and sweet. I want to know what you guys think about that. What do you think about these companies like doing these blackface designs in their clothing? Do you think it's something that's going to end? Do you think it's something that these companies are going to continue to do? And another question I have is like, why do these companies apologize if they're just gonna go behind and do it again anyways? I don't understand it. I don't understand why they do it, but they do it. And like I said, it's because they don't care. I appreciate all of you for watching this video, and you know, definitely subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and help me, you know, help the channel, help me spread my message to more people. And again, you know, about the video last week, it had that underlying lesson of, you know, using the N-word the use of the N-word is a very important topic, and it's a topic I wanted to bring attention to, and I used that the way I made the video. I used it to bring attention to that topic because I knew it would get that kind of reaction from people. Whether you want to call it trolling, whether you want to call it clickbait, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But that's the tactic I use because I know that's the tactic that works on the internet. It's been going on that the whole year, that if you say something crazy on the internet, that's what gets attention. And I used that tactic and it worked. And you know, you got to see some of the interesting perspectives that people had on the subject. And you know, that was the purpose of me making that video. Again, I didn't mean to, you know, make anyone angry, upset anyone, and that's all I have to say about that. So thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.
drugs, tryna cup, send me to the county, no. Hey, little skate, little flap, I don't think you want no smoke. Real reason these niggas hate me, cause these lame ass niggas broke. Ain't no cap in my game, shot the slime, then my bros. No.